receiving this transmission. You are the resistance.
Since my nomination in July, there's been a frenzy on the left to come up with something, anything, to block my confirmation. Shortly after I was nominated, the Democratic Senate leader said he would, quote, oppose me with everything he's got. A Democratic senator on this committee publicly referred to me as evil. Evil. Think about that word.
The Socialist Democrat piranhas and their secret weapon to derail the nomination of Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh swarmed and fed upon the rights of the average American citizen, while the media paraded Kavanaugh's accuser around as if she was just an average American citizen.
Only when her name leaked out and she started, the story started being told incorrectly, did she take a deep breath and come forward and allow her identity to be known and to discuss this. She's participating in our process, and she should be thanked for coming forward, and it should be investigated fully.
But now that she has America's attention, who is Christine Blasey Fords?
Jumped on the bed twice while Brett was on top of me. And the last time that he did this, we toppled over, and Brett was no longer on top of me.
Well, as Zero Hedge reported, Christine's father has worked and still works for the CIA. In addition to the other info that has recently surfaced, an article from the site Impious Digest states and cites numerous articles that Christine's father, Ralph G. Blasey Jr., had worked for the CIA and was a vice president at one time for the National Savings and Trust Black Budget Bank, allegedly known for funding CIA deep state operations. Meanwhile, Christine Blasey Ford is being advised by attorneys tied to George Soros.
It was a bitter feud to the very end.
We're going to fight back. We are going to resist. We will not be silent.
Slate writes, Bromwich, a Harvard law graduate and former federal prosecutor, was known before this hearing for assisting the investigation of the Iran-Contra affair and more recently for representing former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, who was fired in March by Jeff Sessions 2 days before his scheduled retirement and for whom Bromwich helped crowdfund legal fees.
This is what terrified me the most and has had the most lasting impact on my life. It was hard for me to breathe.
Well, I'm listening to this, and she's putting her neck down into her chest so that she sounds like this, and it comes out real croaky. This is a prepared speech that later she tells you she wrote herself. No one helped her. So she's gone over this, reread it, practiced, and has really figured out how to sound kind of croaky so that it sounds like there's mucus there. And that's practice, because if there was any mucus there for as long as she's going on and for as traumatic as she says this is, we should not only, one, hear it, but she should be lifting her head up to fight it from coming out. And we do not see that. We see a position that she's forcing her voice to sound as if she does, with no evidence of it. This is a manipulation tactic.
There was something particularly odd about Christine Blasey Ford's demeanor. The media was quick to dismiss her strange behavior as a result of PTSD.
Have there been other things then that have contributed to the anxiety and PTSD that you suffered?
Well, I think there's sort of biological predispositions that everyone in here has for particular disorders, so I can't rule out that I would have some biological predisposition to be an anxious type person.
But during a break in the hearings, callers into C-SPAN who had suffered far more intense sexual abuse found Ford's demeanor theatric.
I had an older gentleman when I was 16, actually my boyfriend's dad, who raped me, and his son actually had to pull him off of me, my boyfriend, but his brother. And then I tried to get away, and he tried to run me over in the field while I was trying to get away. If that wasn't bad enough, then my father raped me. Oh my. So I couldn't even tell my father about this stuff, okay? And I blocked this all out of me. Just like they said, 8 years I blocked my dad out. I watched this lady. At first I was just all for Kavanaugh, but I watched her, and sometimes I believed her, sometimes I didn't. She said some of her stuff didn't quite add up, and I believe you can suppress it, and I believe some of it. But then I started hearing the political things where she didn't know how she was paying for it, and then the political stuff started coming in. I just wanted to let you know that I know you can suppress it, and I feel sorry for her, actually, because I feel like she's being used as a pawn.
Of course, there's a sucker born every minute, and that didn't stop an outpouring of financial support, where Ford has raised over $700,000 to support her uncorroborated allegations. The deep state's dirty tricks can and will come from any direction, and they are testing the will of the American people. Ultimately, the real victim here was our established judicial system based on due process. John Bound reporting.
A clean, toxic-free body is the foundation of true health. Introducing Deep Cleanse by InfoWarsLife.com, a scientifically formulated blend of nanocolloidal zeolites and organic ingredients that aid the body in cleansing chemicals and toxic metals. Using our proprietary multi-step extraction technology, Deep Cleanse is our most affordable all-in-one cleanser. With concentrated organic compounds like cilantro, milk thistle, fulvic acid, orange peel, zeolites, and others, Deep Cleanse doesn't hold back. Instead of buying 5, 6, or even 7 different cleansing products, we use decades-old scientific research to put together the Rolls-Royce of all-in-one cleansing. Look, there's a reason Deep Cleanse is the only product on the market that uses our proprietary Spigyrex herbal processing technique. We use only the highest quality organic herbs backed by serious research, and we still bring it to you at the best price out there. If you wish to find Deep Cleanse and experience the all-in-one cleansing, visit InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.